Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello, guys. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. A few days ago, Peter Obi met with Atiku, met with Lamido, also met with Saraki. These are Northerners, and their discourse was not fully published. A lot of people had expected that when he's back, he's going to take out time to write on what actually they discussed in detail. But his media team came up and they showed Nigerians some encrypted message details. Because for me, I didn't really understand what they were saying, but all of it boiled down to, Nigeria needs to be well ruled and economic situation and all of that. So it has been an issue of concern. That particular visit by Peter Obi has given insomnia to APC supporters, to Tinubu supporters, and the likes. Sleep has left their eyes. What are these guys discussing? And after a while, the news came up, and it was talking about possible amalgamation, coming together, a merger between those three. Atiku Abubakar, Kwankwanso, and the likes. And according to what we heard, that it was going to be spearheaded by Professor Otumi and Patutumi and all of that. So, since they can't fully tell, they're talking about supporters of Bwala Tinubu, they can't tell what did they discuss. So Bwala now came up and he said something in his X page, which I'm going to share with us right now, me and my colleague. We're going to look at it and also give you an opportunity to talk about it, because for me, this is quite interesting. And he says, has anyone noticed that Peter Di Maradona Obi, at Peter Obi, usually posts on his X handle all his activities, including construction of inhuman borehole? But strangely, he has not put out any post regarding his 3 visits to 3 northern elders due to his empathy for northerners. It's either the Maradona is dribbling rodents on the empathized northerners. You now say, Lefase Fare. Lefase Fare. Now, it has triggered a lot of reactions from Nigerians, and people are like, what are you trying to say here and there? Some people are, someone says here, you are trying hard to understand Peter Obi, but you can't demystify him, and it's giving you restless night. As a so-called political analyst, you can't decipher Peter Obi's move, and it's making you run mad on the street. I love how Peter Obi is like a mystery to you people. That's what the guy had to say. And he went for that to say again. He said, I love how Peter Obi is like a mystery to you. And Reno, keep digging to demystify him. I assure you, you can't, and he'll mile ahead of you. He's mile ahead of you. That's what the person said. But then, let's also look at what Reno said.
And Reno too, in his X page, also went further to call out Peter Obi on the same matter. He said, and you are now visiting the same criminality. I take that again. He said, and you are now visiting the same structures of criminality. What does that make you? He's actually referring to Peter Obi on this matter.
And also, one of the things he said was to kind of clash the heads of the Northerners and Peter Obi by going through the route of religion and what had happened to Deborah and the likes. We all know the story, and he's telling him that none of them, the likes of Atiku Abubakar, none of them will be ready to run with him because of what he had done. That the only thing they want to do with him, he said, yes, people will agree to. Some will do so to explore if they can get him to give them his block vote, but no Northern standing in his right man will run with Obi, not Waziri Atiku, Rabi Kwangwaso, or Nasri El-Rufai. But all of what he was saying was trying to pass through the route of religion, knowing that, this guy is the value religion and all of that. But let's go back to this whole issue that had caused these 2 sacred media aids of Bwala Tinubu, because if you notice, some of them were on the part of Atiku all of a sudden. Possibly because,
both of them actually.
Yeah, they were
both
with Atiku.
Reno and Bwala, they were strong allies of Atiku.
But the thing is, the issue of stomach infrastructure.
It's a very powerful, that stomach infrastructure. It humbles very great men.
That is.
If you are not disciplined, anybody can fall into that arena.
All of a sudden, Daniel Bwala of all people started reasoning differently. And Bwala had said something that brain is a very good thing God has given to human being, but immediately you enter APC,
APC. I don't know what
something has
happened.
happened to you automatically, your brain. But right now he's in APC, which
He
means
probably must have forgotten when he
what
said
he
such.
said. But then looking at this issue of Peter will be meeting with these three people, why is he giving them sleepless night?
The funny part about this whole thing is that Peter Obi met, just like every other person that been met, Peter Obi met them and chose not to discuss why he met them. And somebody is getting seriously very angry. In fact, not somebody, people are getting seriously very angry. If he wanted to discuss the details, he would have done that. He decided not to.
Don't forget that these guys are sacred media aides of the president, of APC as a whole. So their own duty is forget about the open discussion. Dig this guy out.
But you know the funny part is both of them were former strong allies of Atiku. They should put a call through that Atiku and say, what's
exactly.
my man? We greet you, sir. What did you discuss with Peter Obi? Or have they done something bad?
And that is just the works of people who do such a thing. But then, what do you think is giving them that sleepless now? Is Peter? Do you think that Peter Obi is still a very strong opponent against Tinubu?
The truth be told, Peter Obi has one thing that all of them need: that confidence, that integrity, and that confidence most Nigerians, both young and old, have for him. In less than 9 months, Peter Obi was able to spring a surprise that most Nigerians did. Let's tell ourselves the truth. What just happened back then in 2023? If it was free, fair, without no glitches from anywhere, Peter Obi would have had one of the surprising elections in the world.
Yeah.
But glitches happened. Eventually, things changed. It's now in the past. And that is one shock that took most top politicians like Atiku Abubakar and Konskwangwaso, who refused to step down for Peter Obi, saying that the lower should step down for the higher. I wonder who was lower and who was higher.
Yeah, by the time the result came out,
he clearly showed who was higher and who was lower. Now, with all of that, Kongwaso Atiku realized Peter Obi have one magic they don't have. That if they come from any alliance, he could bring that love, that aura. It's so unique that they didn't call it Labour Party movement; they call it the Obedient movement, coined from his personal name. People were happy to be called the Obedient simply because of it. So that's one Opheria that none of them had. And okay, whatever he is, can we bring you to the beach? Can you tell us exactly what you did right in 9 months that we couldn't do for many years? Because you know the secret you applied, Peter Obi. Come, let's discuss. And now, what the Reno and Bwala did not know is that Peter Obi would ever go back to them and say, let's discuss. Don't forget, Peter Obi is a very diplomatic person.
Yeah.
In all of this, during the build-up of the election and during the fact that he had the Ophelia and people's love, he never condescended to insult him or demeaning
his
elders. Yes, he will always tell you, as my elder brother, from the president Bola Tinubu to Atiku, he will always tell you they are my elder brothers. He never insulted them. Yes. So he could always, that bridge was never broken at any time. So he could always go back. And now what Reno and Bwala did not know that Obi could easily go back and discuss. But what we do not know, just like some obedient are also in the dark, is what is the alliance like? And it's best that way because in the excitement, some obedient may just run onto the social media and discuss. And I can tell you for free that if Bwala and Reno is having sleepless night, I'm sure the top APC chieftains are having very strong sleepless night because this is 2027 we're looking at and it's going to be very interesting.
Wow, that was a good one. And I also think that at this point, Peter Obi should be very discreet. There are certain things he shouldn't discuss with even the closest persons, because social media is sometimes some of them can be, broke and before they explode, telling everybody everything. It's nice to see that the Peter Obi is a mystery and the two duos are trying to demystify him. Let's see if they will succeed at the end of the day. Don't forget that Peter Obi's name has just been changed from Peter Obi to Peter the Maradona Obi. He's dribbling them seriously, so they are getting really, really trouble. That's what we like to leave it. Let's be there.